How much do you want to get paid per hour? $50, $100, $200? If you want to make this the year, you take your income for your business to the next level, I'm going to share with you 2 game changers that I've done to transform my income from $50,000 in 2013 to turning over millions of dollars with inside my business right now. And those 2 game changers are going to be why the hourly rate is dead and what you should be doing instead.
Everything school should have taught you in one place. With a property portfolio of over 17 million and an accountancy firm of over 16,000 clients, as well as being an accountant to some of the wealthiest people in Australia, Jeremy Iannuzzelli will be sharing his lessons on everything school should have taught you so you can build the life you want.
And let's go with why the hourly rate is dead. There's been so many efficiencies that have come into the market and into business over the last 10 to 15 years. AI, ChatGPT, faster computers, significantly amount more education in certain areas, brand new tools. There's been a huge amount of changes that have occurred in the industry and the market. Now, these changes somewhat have cost a lot of money for some people to implement new tools, implement new services, implement new systems, and there's a cost attached to that. Now, if we're looking at an hourly rate, things have become substantially more efficient on the back of a lot more learning, education, and cost. I know for myself personally, I've significantly increased the costs of our practice to be able to implement new softwares which enable us to do things much quickly and much more accurately. Now, that cost that I've spent over the last 2 or 3 years has totaled hundreds of thousands of dollars. If I've spent all this extra money to earn less money, then that's not a very good business decision. And I always encourage people to understand that a significant outlay, and for argument's sake, we talk about production companies, for example, production companies that are producing goods, not so much services, spend hundreds of millions of dollars in their lifetime of being in business on automation. You look at, say, for instance, Toyota, spend hundreds of millions of dollars every year on brand new plants, warehouses, and equipment. Tesla, Elon Musk has been very vocal about this, building his brand new Tesla plants all over the world and in Texas, and these mega plants have been able to produce a lot more cars. Now, does that mean that the cars substantially become cheaper from what he was charging before? The answer is no. What he's aiming to do is trying to produce more profit on the cars that he makes. Now, he might be able to discount the cars slightly here or there with sales, but traditionally the prices will increase, but the efficiency involved in producing those cars has substantially increased as well, therefore reducing the cost and increasing the margin. So bring it back to me on my practice level. A lot of software, a lot of AI, a lot of money's been spent in developing a lot more efficient systems and procedures. My colleagues regularly go to training sessions, and I spend a lot of money upskilling so they can provide a better quality service to all of our clients. Now, that means that it will translate to less time that we're potentially spending on the client due to these efficiencies that we've gained. If that happens in our business, that means that our business income will drop, and therefore profit will drop, and it's not viable to run a business anymore. Hence why I say the hourly rate is dead. A lot more professionals are now starting to charge fixed level of fees, which means that, hey, they're getting compensated if they do it well and they do it in a timely manner. That means there might be a little bit more profit for them to enjoy. If we look at a lot of services, especially from tradies, they traditionally were charging $50, $60, $70, $80 an hour, but you look at their utes, which have cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars to fit out with the right level of tools, equipment, or scanning equipment. Now, if they can complete a job which used to be done, say, 10 years ago in 4 hours, but due to a significant amount of equipment that they've got, for argument's sake, scanning tools, they can now do it in 10 minutes. Does that mean they should only get paid $100? Or does that mean, hey, they've now solved a problem that you wanted and they've done it in an efficient time? Should they not be remunerated the same that they were and enjoy the benefits of increasing the efficiencies through the cost that they've had to incur over the last, say, 5 years of building up their business? Now, why I say the hourly rate is dead and what you should be doing instead, charging fixed level of fees, is knowing your worth. And that's one of the most important things that I now try to really encourage all business owners. Don't get into a position where you're charging hourly rates. Understand the level of time involved in doing the work. Understand all the costs involved with running your business, which includes a lot of subsidiary costs, bank fees, insurances, bookkeeping fees, accounting fees, staff amenities, uniforms. These are costs that you may not directly directly include into your quote, but you've got to get a good understanding that these costs will still exist whether you're turning over $1 million or $100,000 in most circumstances. So it is important to all small business owners out there that you've got to really get an understanding of all your overhead costs, your fixed costs, and try to come up with a standardized sales system or a standardized pricing system. So that way you know the amount of time involved in providing the service or potentially the good, understanding the fixed costs associated with that service or good, and that way you can build in a profit margin into that service. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to encourage all of my clients and any potential people out there running small businesses. Yes, for many years we've been charging an hourly rate, but as efficiencies have come into the market, efficiencies that have come into the economy, efficiencies that have come into the plant and equipment that we purchase or the software that we use or the AI that we implement, that means things have become faster to do. You may be spending a lot of money upskilling your staff, and there needs to be a dividend at the end of the day and a reward for that payment that you've made. So it's important to note, if you're going to go on an hourly basis and you're going to use an hourly rate to service your business and use that as your income, be very careful. Understand there's a lot of overheads that are involved in your business that will be there whether you earn $1 or you earn nothing. Understand that maybe fixed price methods might be the best way to do it moving forward, but be comprehensive with the way that you work that fixed price sale out, because it can burn you. You could spend far substantially longer than you think and far substantially more than you anticipated. But then that's all about learning in business. You need to make sure you understand the level of service that you're providing, getting a good scope and measure of time and cost, and you'll see your business prosper in the future. So if you're thinking about hourly rate, I would definitely say have a chat with a number of people in the industry, maybe your accountant, your advisor, a mentor, or other people that you may know. Get a good gauge and understanding of what some people are charging in the industry. Get a good gauge and understanding of the industry specifics, whether the whole industry is on hourly rate or people are on fixed price. And if you can try to fix your price, can try to fix that sale amount and provide a standardized level of pricing and sales, then your customers are going to be much happier because they're going to know what they're going to be spending on the service that you're providing, and you're going to know the level of profit that one potentially can make. Be rewarded for that cost that you're injecting into your business to improve it. Be rewarded for those efficiencies that you're gaining by implementing a lot new strategies or a lot more plant and equipment. If you can do these little things in the business, you're going to have a very prosperous year. I hope that's given you a bit of an understanding of why I think the hourly rate is dead and you should be charging this instead. If you really like this content and you're getting a lot of value out of it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, or if you're listening to us on iTunes or Spotify, don't forget to follow us. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. I'm Jeremy Iannuzzelli, and that's what school should have taught you.